Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Classic Album Rewind, the show we're doing here on the channel each and every day in the month of June 2021, where we're taking a look at some classic albums by classic bands that might get just a little bit overshadowed by the big brother or the big sister that came right before. In this case, we're going to take a look at an album released October 11th, 1977, released on the CBS Kirshner album, Kirshner Epic, whatever you want to call it, recorded in the country in Bogalusa, Louisiana, also at Woodland Studios in Nashville, Tennessee, produced by Jeff Glicksman. Of course, I'm talking about Point of No Return by Kansas. Okay, this comes hot on the heels of their, big, huge breakthrough at the time. Of course, Left Overture is the big brother, the big sister in this case, but this holds its own quite well, I might add. Myself, I normally, when asked what is my favorite Kansas album of all time, I generally lean towards this one. But, Point of No Return, if it isn't number 2, it's definitely number 3. It's a top 3 for me. So many great songs on here. By this point in time, the band are pretty much superstars. This sold a lot of copies. In fact, this one was top 4 Billboard chart. All right, and it sold 4 times platinum here in the States, also sold platinum in Canada. So, while Kansas did not do big business in Europe, in North America, they were a huge band by this point, and that all started basically right here. They were a hard-working band for a couple of albums, but it wasn't until their 5th album here with Point of No Return that, based on the success of Left Overture, became, the really big band that they were. So what do we got on this album? So we got some classic Kansas tunes. Again, that mixed, U.S. progressive rock, a little bit of arena rock, did a little bit of everything here. Hard rock as well. Point of No Return kicks things off. The engaging title track right off the bat. Was it you that said how long? Just a really cool, lighthearted, fun song. From there we go to the amazing Paradox. Okay, good hard rock song with some great riffs, great little complex passages, just a really good U.S. prog rock song. Always like Paradox. It's got a great hook as well. From there, we go to the cool cool instrumental called The Spider. This band didn't do a lot of instrumentals. In fact, they did very few of them, so it's always cool to hear one of them, and great to see them play this live in recent years, right? Because I always thought this was an underrated little gem on this album. From there, we go to the classic, again, back to sort of like arena rock with Portrait. He knew, but he knew more than me or you. Great song, great chorus, really catchy song, killer guitar work from Rich Williams and Kerry Livgren. Awesome song. And then perhaps my favorite song on the album, Closet Chronicles. Again, this is the kind of emotional prog rock epic on the album. Such great melodies. And Steve Walsh, what a vocalist, right? This album is great because you got killer vocals from both Walsh and Robbie Steinhardt, who else plays violin. Closet Chronicles, man, such great keyboards. It's majestic. It's soaring. Love it. That finishes off side 1 of the LP, or side A. Second half of the disc, second half of the album, we start off, I Command the Lightning's Hand. Man, heavy prog rocker. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Robbie Steinhardt, man, killer. From there, the biggest hit this band ever had, Carry On Wayward Son and Dust in the Wind, of course, from this album. The 2 massive hits. Dust in the Wind, very unlike everything else on the album. It's basically an acoustic-driven song, amazing violin solo, incredible Steve Walsh vocals. Everybody knows Dust in the Wind. Even people who are not really fans of this band know Dust in the Wind. All right. From there, we got a little more, another hard rocker, Sparks of the Tempest. Killer. It's got a good groove. It's a little funky in spots, but it's pretty heavy. Killer guitar work from the 2 gentlemen. So good. And then, of course, the soaring Nobody's Home. Dun, 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 dun. Great song. And then we finish it all off with Hopelessly Human. Love those piano and keyboard notes throughout that song, Hopelessly Human. Gorgeous, gorgeous song. And again, this album is a testament to the songwriting of Kerry Livgren. You know, Walsh and Steinhardt co-wrote some stuff on here, but for the most part, you know, Hopelessly Human, Dust in the Wind, all written by Livgren, and he co-wrote Nobody's Home, Sparks of the Tempest, Lightning's Hand, Closet Chronicles, Portrait, Paradox, a good chunk of the album. So it's basically a Livgren and Walsh album as far as the songwriting is concerned. But Kerry, very important, very integral to the songwriting of these albums, of these songs for the band up to this point. So there you have it. That is my classic rewind of the day. And man, look at that album cover. How cool is that, right? I mean, I always dug the artwork on these couple albums here. I mean, it's just cool stuff. Cool stuff. And yeah, it looks great on a t-shirt. I have one. I have both. So there you have it. So curious to hear your thoughts on this classic album rewind of the day. Point of No Return, one of the kind of the awesome twosome right in the middle of this catalog here. Left Overture, Point of No Return. Point of No Return is kind of like the younger brother, but holds up pretty well, I think. You look at the two of them. To me, that's two of the most well-rounded Kansas albums in their entire catalog. Got some other great ones too. Song for America is killer. Mask is great. The first album is great, right? I like Monolith quite a bit. Like a lot of their albums, right? The new stuff is great, but man, these two, kind of the cream of the crop, if you ask me. Start to finish, you know. No weak tracks on either album. So visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. So stay tuned. We've got more of these classic album rewinds coming up each day. In June, we have roughly, about a week left to go or thereabouts. So we got more that'll be coming at you. So stay tuned each and every morning. It is Monday, right? So it's Hudson Valley Squares night. Tonight, it's all about some cool... Oh, what are we going to call this episode? Cool, like 80s thrash metal bands that kind of were bridging that gap towards what we would know to be, or we would come to know as extreme metal. So those early thrash bands that were kind of starting to get pretty extreme in what they were doing, this is the kind of bridging the gap to, you know, death and black metal that's coming up right around the corner. So we got a split squad tonight coming up. I'm sure you know the Suspects, who's going to be on this particular show talking about this, so stay tuned for that tonight. We've got In the Prague Seat tomorrow for another cool show. We've got Wednesday is What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility Day, so look for some cool new reviews of new releases. Thursday is The Monsters Den. All right, if we have any fans of David Cronenberg, we're going to be ranking our top 5 favorite David Cronenberg horror films. Friday, Martin Popoff back in the Funhouse with yours truly, and then lots of other stuff in and around all of that. So stay tuned for all of it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Click that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our videos. If you want to make a channel donation, please do so at the link below for our Ko-Fi page. Buy me a tea, a beer, a CD, whatever you want. All your contributions are greatly appreciated. And we also have the link to our website. Over 22,000 album reviews on there going back 20 years. And also our merch page, right? So you can order any number of different cool Sea of Tranquility related items, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, caps, stickers, coffee mugs, all sorts of fun stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you real soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.